Hi.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
We hope you are well. Happy Tuesday. We're here with our tea on
Our good English breakfast tea.
At 9 a.m. And well, how are you all? Please introduce yourselves to us in the comments. Tell us your name. Tell us where you come from, what you do. And we have a question for you as well. Tell us what famous monuments there are in your city. Shall we do some introductions for the students who don't know us? My name is Sophia. I come from London, but I have lived in Bologna for 4 years, and I work at my English school, Bologna Mille. I have worked there for almost 2 years now.
Nice, nice. And my name is Aaron. I'm from Cork in the southwest of Ireland. And I've been living in Bologna for 4 years. I've been working at Bologna Mille for about 2.5 years. And famous monuments from Cork.
Yeah, tell us about famous monuments in your hometown.
In Cork, well, in my hometown there aren't many monuments, but in Cork there is this famous church. It's called Shandon Bells.
Okay, nice.
And it's a very tall. It's a church with a very tall bell tower. So you go to the top of the tower and you can see all of the city.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And also, you can ring the bells.
You can ring the bells.
Yes.
Oh, that's really cool.
So from the bottom there are I
think they're called maybe pulleys or strings, possibly.
Strings or pulleys, I'm not sure. Anyway, you pull them and you ring the bells.
That's fantastic. And they just let tourists and members of the public.
They even have sheets of paper where they have like the notes for famous songs, like Happy Birthday or Frère Jacques, and you can just pull them.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's really cool for tourists. It probably is not cool for people living there.
For the residents, I imagine. If they probably wake up and think, if I have to listen to Frère Jacques one more time on those bells.
Exactly.
Oh, that's really nice. Well, in my city, I was born in London, in the suburbs of London, but in my city there are many, many famous monuments. There's the London Eye, the Houses of Parliament with the clock tower, which is Big Ben. Actually, maybe this is a fun fact. Big Ben is actually the name of the clock. The actual tower is called St. Swithin's Tower.
St. Swithin's?
Yeah, St. Swithin, I think, was originally St. Stephen. It's like the pagan, like the old version of St. Stephen. So the tower is called St. Swithin's or St. Stephen's Tower. Big Ben is actually the clock itself. Not many people know that. We also have Tower Bridge in London and some very famous tourist attractions like the aquarium, Madame Tussauds. There's a lot.
There's an aquarium in London?
Oh yeah, there's a very big aquarium. It's on the River Thames as well. Yeah, it's
fantastic.
I used to go there when I was a child with my family. It was our weekend trip. We would go to the aquarium.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's quite famous too.
That's great.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments. Tell us about your city and what famous monuments are there. We could talk also about Bologna while we're here.
Well, why not? Yeah.
So we're both in Bologna, and here we have some monuments like, well, I think the two towers are probably the most famous ones.
By the way, if you're joining us now, please let us know in the comments. Introduce yourselves. What are some famous monuments in your hometown? You have the question coming down. Wait, here.
Like you're trying to chase it, but you have to go the other way. Wait.
Like that.
It looks like I'm moving it.
Well done. So we're talking about Bologna since we live here.
So the two towers.
Have you been to the top of the two towers?
I have. I've been to the top of the Asinelli Tower. I don't remember the name of the other one. Everyone remembers the Asinelli Tower. I don't think many people remember the name of the other one.
No.
I've been up, I think, possibly 3 times, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never been up there.
You haven't been up yet? No, but you're still a student. You need to graduate first.
Exactly. I haven't been up the tower. I haven't gone to San Luca.
You haven't been to San Luca?
I haven't been to San Luca. Yeah, I know. Again, welcome to the stream. Please tell us where you're from, introduce yourselves, and tell us about a famous monument in your city.
San Luca isn't as good as people say.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very distant, it's very far, it's all uphill. Let's write that word so that we can see it. Oh, we have a comment. So, Carlos, hi, good morning, welcome. My name is Carlos and I'm from Murcia, and we can say that the famous monument is the cathedral. Very nice, excellent. So we have uphill and the opposite is downhill, but San Luca is all uphill. And
put downhill as well.
There is a beautiful panorama, a beautiful view when you reach San Luca. But San Luca, the church, for me, isn't very beautiful inside.
But I suppose most people go for the view.
Yeah, I imagine.
And we have Ariana joining us. Welcome.
Hi, Ariana. Good morning.
I'm from Milan, and the most famous monuments in my city is certainly the Duomo.
Yeah,
of course.
Absolutely.
Yes,
it's absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, good job. Sorry, I'm trying to.
And then Giovanni joined us as well. Hi, Giovanni.
Hi, Giovanni. Good morning.
I'm Giovanni. I write from Parma. Wonderful.
And another Giovanni.
Another Giovanni, different Giovanni.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Gianni. Rome. I'm from Rome. Nice. Well, Giovanni and Giovanni, tell us about the famous monuments in your city.
Have you been to Milan?
I have. I've been to Milan just one time. Actually, I've been to Milan many times, but I very often go through Milan to reach other places. So I go to Milan, to the airport, I go to the train station, but only one time have I stopped in Milan. And I visited the Duomo, and I visited a square with a very, very big fountain, but I don't remember the name.
Maybe Ariana can tell us.
Maybe Ariana can tell us. Yeah, a square with a big fountain in Milan, but I can't remember the name.
And have you ever been to Spain? We have Carlos joining us from. Is that not in Spain?
I was hoping you could tell me where Murcia is. We'll look it up. Marina says, "Hi everyone, I'm Marina, and don't forget your verb, I'm from the province of Milan, Castano Primo. In my city, there isn't a famous monument, but I often go. Okay, I often go, Marina, be careful of your present simple with often.
Yes, it was the south of Spain.
It was the south of Spain.
Yes.
The Duomo is beautiful, nice. South of Spain. Thank you, Carlos, and please excuse our geography.
Excuse your geography.
I didn't know either.
I said Spain.
Let me do some corrections for Marina.
Yeah, so often we use with the present simple because it's something regular that repeats.
Yes, and let's see.
Excellent.
Ariana says, maybe it was the fountain front the Castello Sforzesco. Yes, it was. There was a very, very big structure, a very big building behind the fountain. So yes, probably it was the Castello Sforzesco. Giovanni says the most famous monuments in Rome is, one monument. The most famous monument in Rome is the Colosseum. But for me, the most beautiful monuments are Vittoriano or Altare della Patria. Nice. Be careful of...
singular and plural.
Yeah, be careful of your verbs. Monument is, because it's just one. And monuments
are. It's plural.
Are. Okay, so be careful, Giovanni, of plurals and singulars.
Well done, everyone, for that have joined us. It's great to hear from all of you.
Yeah.
I've been to Rome once, I think, and I visited the Colosseum and the Altare della Patria, but I don't remember the Vittoriano.
The Vittoriano, I think, is the big building. It's a very, very big palace. Giovanni says, yes, I'm sleeping. Get your tea or your coffee. We both have our...
I have a Wookiee.
And I have a zebra. But
by the way, this is called a mug.
Yeah, our mug. So our mugs are very representative of
Our personalities.
Our personalities.
Star Wars.
Let's look at our focus for today.
Yes, why not?
So today we are, choosing a holiday.
Choosing a holiday, 6 to 7.
And what we will do in this activity, do you want to read, Aaron?
In this focus activity, holiday vocabulary, using comparatives, talking about pros and cons.
Wonderful.
What are pros and cons?
So pros and cons, a synonym for pro is advantage, and the synonym for con is disadvantage. So it's the good thing and the bad thing about, in this situation, a holiday, but we can use it for anything.
And the con is a disadvantage.
Giovanni says, in Parma there is the Reggios Theatre, Cathedral and Baptistry.
Yes, I visited the Baptistry. I saw it from the outside. It's very pretty, that whole piazza as well.
Actually, I have never been to Parma. It's very close, but Parma is similar to Milan. I've been there to change train to go to a different city, but I've only seen the train station of Parma. Okay, let's look at our first activity. We will talk about our last holiday, our most recent holiday. Think about, where did you go? Think about, what did you do there? What was the food like?
What were the people like? What was the best part? And what would you change about it?
Yeah.
So remember that when we have a question with, for example, what was the food like? If there is the verb to be, in this case, was, the question is for description, not for preference. In this case, like is not a verb in its preposition, right?
I think so, yeah. That's a very good point. In fact, I was going to say the same thing. What was the food like description? Without the question mark. I didn't mean to write.
And what were the people like? Again,
description of the people. Okay.
So in the comments, please tell us about your last holiday. Where did you go on holiday?
Yeah.
And Marina says, in Parma there is a famous prosciutto. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, it's very true.
Wonderful.
Very nice.
We both love.
Oh, absolutely.
The prosciutto.
So don't forget to write everything in the past tense here as well. We're talking about our last holiday in the past. So where did you go? Tell us also in the comments about your last holiday. I went to Berlin on my last holiday. Yeah. And
how long did you stay there? What did you do?
I stayed in Berlin for 3 days. It was at the it was at the end of February. So it was actually quite recent. It was only 1 month ago. And I went to Berlin for 3 days.
Nice. And why were you there?
I went there because it was my friend's 30th birthday. So my friend turned 30 years old, and it was a very important birthday.
Absolutely.
So my friends and I and my sisters, we all traveled to Berlin. We all joined together in Berlin to celebrate this birthday. It was a lot of fun.
And what did you visit?
What did I visit? I visited the Wall, in particular the East Side Gallery, and I went to the Futurium, which is a science museum, which was very, very interesting. And I spent time with my friends and my sisters.
Nice.
Yeah. Tell us, what about your last holiday, Aaron? Where did you go?
I went to the UK.
Oh, nice. My country.
Yes.
Nice.
I was in Ireland, and I had some friends in the UK, and so they invited me over just to meet up. So yeah, I went over by plane. It's only half an hour flight from Cork to Birmingham. And we went to Cadbury Land.
Oh, fantastic.
Cadbury Land. So Cadbury is the best chocolate you'll ever eat. Not true, not true.
I completely disagree. For me, it's not the best chocolate, Cadbury, but it's the most famous chocolate brand in the UK.
In the UK and Ireland, yeah. It's the chocolate. Imagine that it's the chocolate that you grew up with. So when you were little, all the chocolate was Cadbury.
Yeah, it's I imagine a bit like Milka.
Like Milka, for
Italy.
example. Exactly.
So you went to a chocolate factory.
I went to a chocolate factory. Yes, I went to a chocolate factory. I went to Legoland near London. And what else did I do when I was there?
Did you? I think you went climbing.
Oh yes, I went bouldering. That's another good term as well. Bouldering, is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
Yes, bouldering. Bouldering is indoors, and you have some rocks to climb up. And we have some reply. Well, we have a reply from Carlos. Carlos says, "I went to Krakow for 5 days with my cousins."
Wonderful. That's really nice. Tell us some more details, Carlos. What did you do? Tell us about the food, the people. We're very curious to know about your holiday.
And Ariana as well. In my lady holiday, I went to...
I think you mean on my last holiday, possibly, Ariana? Yeah, maybe on your last holiday.
Maybe. I went to Prague for 4 days, so to Prague.
Yeah.
I chose a very nice apartment on the 10th floor with a special view. In Prague, the people are very good to cook potatoes, are very good at cooking potatoes.
Very nice. So be careful of your verb, Ariana. The past tense of choose is irregular. It's choose shows. Okay, I'm bringing that up so you can see it. And yeah, we would say on the 10th floor.
Ah, yes. We imagine. It sounds fun though, a lady holiday.
A lady holiday, yeah. I mean, I'd love a lady holiday. Attention, on the 4th floor, okay, because the 10th floor, because it's a surface, okay, on, and we would say good at cooking.
Check the spelling.
Oh yeah, good point. Thank you.
Yeah, potatoes. Good. So they're similar to Irish people, I suppose.
Yeah. So if I want to say that someone has a talent, Ariana, I will say good at and then ing. Good at playing, good at cooking, good at having, etc. Let's look at Giovanni's.
Giovanni says, "My last holiday was
at
question mark." I would say on Mont Blanc.
Maybe on Mont Blanc.
Because it's a mountain?
Yeah, on probably. Probably on is better. But we say in the mountains, but if it's one mountain,
I would say
probably on Mont Blanc.
I went with my family and we stayed 2 weeks. Nice. It was very relaxing, green, clean air, good food. Lovely. Wonderful.
Wonderful, Giovanni. That's excellent.
Were you on the Italian or the French side of the mountain?
Yeah, let us know. Did you ski also? Were you there skiing? I imagine yes. But...
Carlos tells us about Krakow, right?
Yeah, Krakow. Yeah, I want to go to Krakow very, very much. This is my next holiday destination. For a short holiday, maybe for a weekend, 3 days, this is my next destination.
He says the food was very cheap and tasty.
Good word, very nice.
Very good. The city was very old and pretty. We went to Auschwitz. It was very creepy and emotive, I would say. Emotional, yes.
Careful, Carlos. Not emotive, emotional.
But well done. Great adjectives. We have tasty, so with lots of flavor.
Yeah, tasty, creepy, pretty.
Can we explain creepy?
Yeah, let's explain creepy. Do you want to do that while I'm...
Yeah, creepy is when something is scary. It's
quite dark.
Dark, unsettling.
Yeah, that might be a bit difficult. Something that's dark, scary, maybe something suspicious also, like a creepy person, someone who you don't really trust very much.
Excellent. Creepy. And we have Marina.
That's a very good word, Carlos. Marina says, my lost holiday, bye, it's lost. My last holiday was, be careful, Marina, you've got a month. With a month, we always use the preposition in for months, okay?
In December?
In December. I went to Barcelona with my friend, wonderful, and I visited a lot of famous monuments. For example, Sagrada Familia, La Pedrera, Mercado de la Boqueria. That's really nice. Good job, Marina.
Well done.
Yeah, just be careful of your preposition. In December, a lot of monuments, plural.
And Giovanni says, I don't remember my last holiday, but I went to Santorini 2 years ago, and one piece of my heart is still there.
Yeah, very nice. Giovanni's responded, both for one day on the French side.
Both for one day on the French side. Okay, nice. So you visited both. That's really nice.
Be careful with went and go. The preposition is always to. I'll bring this up. Okay. I know that in Italian, the preposition depends on, is it a city? Is it a country? Is it a place? And you change. You can say at or in. In English, with go and went, it's always to.
I'll write go as well. Go +2. Exactly.
In fact, it's connected to movement. Whenever we have movement in a particular direction, we always use the preposition to. It's actually more simple this way. So anything like go, come, fly, drive, transfer, it's always with to because there is movement.
Yep, so go to the restaurant, go to the park, go to
Switzerland,
go to, I don't know, a party.
Anything.
There is one important exception, which is go home.
Yes, go home.
This is an exception to the rule. This is not regular. Usually you always use to, go to, but not with home.
Go home is one exception. No preposition. Okay, what about the food and the people in the UK? What did you think while we're waiting for some more answers?
The people are lovely, of course.
Very polite.
Very polite. Very nice. It was incredible, the difference with the type of driving. So not only, obviously, they drive on the left, like in Ireland, but people are very nice on the road. So
very polite drivers.
Exactly. Nobody was honking. Nobody was honking. And everybody was very, very nice. So even if there was, for example, a long queue of cars, they would let you pass and come in, and everyone was very polite.
When you beep beep when you are driving.
So don't say klaxon, say honk.
Let us know some more details about your holiday, the food, the people. What was the best part as well? And what would you change about it? That's a good question. Tell us what you would change about your last holiday. I think I would change, if I could, I would change the weather on my last holiday. Yeah, because in Berlin in February, it rained. It rained a lot, and it's very difficult to go sightseeing. I'll write that word up as well. Sightseeing is when you walk around the city and you see the famous monuments. And it's very difficult to go sightseeing when it is raining. So I would definitely change the weather.
Okay.
And you?
I would change the weather on one day because it was raining all day. So we had to stay at home and play board games.
Oh, fantastic.
That's another good word. Board games, for example, Monopoly. Scrabble.
Yeah, so not table games, but board games. Carlos agrees. He says, I have to say the same. Krakow in February is really cold. Very good. You don't need to say it here, Carlos, because you already have a subject. Krakow is really cold. And Marina says,
Barcelona is a beautiful city. We were walking all day. Remember, it's plural. The weather was nice, fortunately. It never rained. We ate many paellas. It was delicious.
Very nice. Sorry, I meant to bring up this one. Be careful, Marina. We were plural working. Bien many paellas. Nice. Good.
Wonderful. Obviously, the food in the UK is great.
Really? Did you like it?
I mean, it's very similar to Irish food
Fair
as
enough.
well. So I do like Irish food. I prefer Irish to English, but it's good.
I can't imagine they're very different.
I don't know. I feel like the ingredients are better.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Oh, we've got a comment from the Dos of Milano Meraviglie.
Welcome to the stream.
Thank you for joining us.
They say I have a lovely holiday last week in my living room. It was a bit stuffy, but all in all, relaxing.
That's
Excellent.
very nice. That's really good.
So we have an excellent adjective here. We have stuffy.
Yeah, let's explain stuffy. Stuffy is, I imagine, what your house is feeling like a bit now. So a bit
claustrophobic.
A bit claustrophobic, a bit closed, like you're in a small space. Maybe there is no fresh air. There's not a lot of space, not a lot of light, and you're feeling a little bit, yeah, claustrophobic. This is stuffy. Open the window, get some fresh air in.
That will always help, yes.
Shall we go on?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Thank you for all of your replies.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining in. Okay, we've got some questions about our preferences when we go on holiday. Let's look at the first one. How far in advance, so how far before, do you like to plan your holidays? Okay. Let us know in the comments the answer to these questions as well. Yeah, we can take down that banner. I have to say that I plan my holidays quite far in advance. I've become a lot more organized also because now I work. So it's necessary to ask for my days 3-4 months in advance and book the tickets, plan the hotel. But so yeah, now I plan my holidays months in advance. But in the past, when I was a student, I would plan my holidays. I wouldn't plan my holidays. I would maybe, especially in the summer when I had a lot of free time, I would from maybe a week, a few days in advance say, I think I'll go on holiday and book my ticket and just go without really planning anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
For me, it depends on the type of holiday. If it's a big, important holiday that I've been planning for, that I've been thinking of a lot, then maybe a few months before, as Sophia said, to organize your time off from work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's just a weekend getaway, maybe a week or two before.
Okay, yeah, let's write that up as well. A weekend getaway. This is a nice word. A weekend getaway. Do you want to explain what it is?
Yeah, it's similar to a city break. So a couple of days in another city. It's very easy to go on a weekend getaway here in Europe because you can find very cheap flights to most European cities.
Yeah.
And Carlos says, at the moment, I buy my flights.
Maybe at the moment I'm buying. For at the moment, Carlos, I would use present continuous because we're talking about something that is happening right now. So at the moment, I would put I'm
buying my tickets for my flights. To start to plan my trip. Nice.
Yeah. That's really good.
Where are you planning it?
Where are you planning and when? This is important. I actually already planned my next trip as well.
Have you?
Yeah, I bought my ticket to go on my summer holiday. I hope I will be able to go on my summer holiday. It is at the end of July, but I hope that I will be able to go. Yeah. Let's look at the next question. Which do you prefer, summer holidays or winter holidays? This is so easy for me. Absolutely 100% summer holidays. Let us know also in the comments, how far in advance do you plan your holidays? Are you super organized or are you more last minute? And summer or winter holidays, which do you prefer? No, I absolutely prefer summer holidays. I like the sun, I like the hot weather, I like the sea. Yeah, no question.
I don't know. A bit of both. It's difficult. Probably summer holidays is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also like the mountains. I also like hiking, peaceful, relaxing, holidays like that. Also, I like sightseeing in, different cities, which is, I find it easier to do in the winter just because it's so hot during the summer.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a response from Marina. She says, in my opinion, it depends on, attention, during of a holiday.
The duration.
The
length.
duration. Okay. So let me write here.
But normally I prefer to plan my holiday in advance. I'm not a person of last minute flights.
Last minute. Nice.
You're not someone who plans things last minute.
Good. Attention, Marina. It depends on the duration, okay, of the holiday. Nice. Good job. Also, winter or summer holidays. And shall we look at the next one? Okay, so which do you prefer? Packaged holidays or planning your own? What do you think?
So first of all, let's describe what is a packaged holiday.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
A packaged holiday is when you don't organize it yourself. You buy a package. So you go to a travel agency and they organize the holiday for you. They book your hotel, they book your flights, they book everything. Yeah. And we have also a reply from Giovanni. I like summer holidays. I'm from Sicily and I like strong sun, both mountain or sea. But at 50 degrees.
I absolutely 100% agree with Giovanni. For me, it can be as hot as possible. I do not mind at all. I'm like a lizard. I just need to be in the sun.
Exactly. I don't know. 50 degrees for me is too hot.
For me, to 50 degrees, if I have the sea and I'm in Sicily, I'm fine. I'm happy.
We visited Sicily in December.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All of the MyES teachers. We went to Palermo for a convention.
Yeah.
It was very, very beautiful.
Excellent food.
Yes.
Giovanni says, a few days before the start.
Wow. Because I don't have programmable work. I prefer summer because it is possible, because I can use my motorbike.
Okay, or it is possible to use, we can say, if we want to use possible. It is possible to use, okay.
Great.
You can use this, Giovanni. Or more natural did I write it in Italian? Possibile. It is possible to use, but it's more natural in English to say I can use my motorbike. That's really cool.
Also shorter.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us about packaged holidays. So what do you prefer, Aaron?
Planning my own.
Planning your own.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Why?
Because because I like it means that I get to know the city more. It means that I'm looking at various hotels. It means I'm looking at the city, at the map. I'm organizing it myself. I'm learning about the city while I'm organizing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
While if it's packaged, I get on a plane, I arrive, I don't know where I am or what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. No, it's the same for me as well. I like to be independent when I am on holiday, like on a trip. Also because if it's a packaged holiday, you have to accept the restaurant, the hotel. You can't change anything.
And sometimes the people, because usually it's big groups.
Yeah,
and
that's
maybe
true.
You don't
that might
really
be the worst part of a packaged holiday. Marina says, I prefer summer holidays because I'm not able.
Again, more natural is I can't ski.
Yeah.
And I don't like the cold. I think that winter holidays are boring for me.
That's good. Yeah, be careful here. I'm not able to ski, or I can't ski when we're talking about abilities.
Guys, with abilities, can is a great word. It's
Yeah.
3 letters, really simple. Can, can't.
Use
Put
it
it everywhere.
Okay, tell us about packaged holidays. Where is my banner? Packaged or planning your own holiday. Have you ever been on a packaged holiday?
No,
No,
never been on a packaged holiday, but I've heard stories.
Yeah.
Usually my grandparents always go on packaged holidays, and they always complain about someone else in the group which they didn't like. And yeah.
Wow. I've went on a packaged holiday one time in my life. I went to Istanbul with a group of people on a bus, but I enjoyed it. But I would have enjoyed it more if I'd planned it myself, I think. Let's look at the final questions. What things do you need to think about when you are planning a holiday? So what things do you need to organize? Well, I would say absolutely the accommodation.
Yeah, hotels.
Let me write that word up. Is it with 2?
I think it's one word, one M.
I feel like it's 2. Oh, maybe you're right, actually. Accommodation, yeah. So
accommodation, so hotels, bed and breakfasts.
Yeah, where will you sleep, essentially?
Also transport. To the city or to the place and around it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are you going by plane, by train, buying tickets? And also once you're there, say you're in London, do you get an Oyster card?
I think now you have to. They have tourist Oyster cards, and I think it's necessary now in London to get a tourist Oyster card to get around. Yeah. You need to think about what you will see.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, you need to make an itinerary. So which is a bit like your schedule, maybe. List of things to see or do. Do. Some people like to make an itinerary. They like to plan out the holiday, what they will do each day.
Giovanni says, I never buy packaged holidays. I prefer to choose my route and my arrival. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Good job. Yeah. Again, be careful of your articles. I never buy packaged holidays without a.
Because it's plural.
Exactly. So. Yeah. What else do we need to think about when you're planning a holiday? Maybe your company, who you will travel with. Will you go with your partner, your family, your friends?
And also the weather. So what are you going to wear?
Oh, that's very important.
Are you going to bring a jacket? Are you going to bring a t-shirt?
Yeah. Okay. Here's a question. When you are packing for your holiday, do you pack last minute or do you plan your suitcase? Let me write up this question as well. Do you pack last minute or do you plan your suitcase?
So remember that pack is the verb that we use when you prepare your suitcase.
Exactly. When you are putting clothes and other objects into your suitcase, this is packing. I am absolutely the second one. I plan my suitcase very, very carefully. Very carefully. I start to pack maybe a week in advance because I want my clothes to be perfect. I check the weather every day because I want to be prepared for everything.
While I am definitely the first one, I am a last minute packer. I usually pack a day maybe before, sometimes a few hours before the flight or the train. So I just put my clothes in. Sorry.
That's okay.
Put my clothes in and close the suitcase and go.
Yeah. And then you arrive at the hotel and it's like, oh, what's in my suitcase? Surprise! I don't know.
No, I know very well what I have in my. But maybe it takes me less time to decide what to bring. I don't know.
Fair enough. Yeah. Let us know as well in the comments what kind of packer are you?
Mhm.
And yeah, any other answers we have to these questions. Shall we go on?
Yeah.
So let's look at what you need to think about when you are planning a holiday. So we have some words on the slide, and we will think of some words that go into each group. Okay, so starting with transportation.
Mm-hmm. So we'll write it here as transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Please, in the comments, write all the words that you can think of connected with transportation.
Yeah.
Let's do a big brainstorm.
Exactly. So types, how can we get there? I would say you can travel by aeroplane.
Airplane. Oh, we have a reply from Dubai. In February, I went to London for work, and I prepared my suitcase in the night, a few hours before the departure. Yes,
Very
like
nice.
me.
Very good.
Yes.
Don't forget to use the past, Giovanni. I prepared my suitcase in the night, a few hours before the departure. Very nice. Good job. Yeah, so words connected with transportation: plane, train.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you want to go by car.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one. What about some verbs?
I suppose fly. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Yeah, fly for an airplane. What about if it's a car?
Drive.
Drive. But what if it's a boat?
Sail.
Yeah, exactly. We can say to sail is
Yeah.
our verb for when we are on a boat.
Also, if you're on a train, you take the train.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Take a train, take a plane, take a taxi.
Yeah. Shall we bring up some words?
Yeah.
All right.
We have car, we have coach, plane, boat, rent, fuel, road, and motorway.
Very nice.
And Martina says, I prepare my suitcase in advance for my holiday. Wonderful.
She's like me. I also prefer to prepare my suitcase in advance. What is the difference between a plane and a bus and a coach?
Good question. Let's ask in the comments.
Yeah.
What is the difference
Between a bus and a coach? And also, while we are doing that, the word to rent. So we've got buy something and rent. So maybe you are on holiday and you rent a car, for example. You take a car only for a few days while you are on holiday. It's not your car, you pay for it, and then you return it.
I would highly recommend renting a car if you are going on holiday in Ireland, especially if you want to see the countryside and the small towns. If you want to go to the big cities, then you can take a bus, but otherwise,
yeah, but I've heard that transport in Ireland is very expensive.
Yes, public transport in general is very expensive, but the coaches that connect the big cities are actually quite cheap.
Okay.
So Cork, Dublin, or Dublin, Galway are cheap, or relatively to the rest of the public transport.
Marina agrees with me. Let's talk about, yes, very nice. Giovanni has an answer. Coaches for long distance.
Exactly. Yeah, very good.
Exactly.
So like I was saying, the coach that goes from the coach is the bus that goes from Dublin to Cork. Once you arrive in Cork, in the city, you have buses.
Yeah, exactly. So buses within the urban area inside the city. So if I want to go from my house to the city center, I take a bus. It's not true. I walk, but for example, I take a bus. But if I want to go to a different city, I take a coach. Nice job, guys. Let's think about words for sightseeing.
Oh, wait, there was another word here. We had fuel that maybe they don't know.
That's good. Yeah, fuel.
Fuel is what you put in the car or the plane or whatever motor to make it run.
So petrol would be fuel.
So for example, good question. From the airport to the center, I would call this a shuttle.
Yeah, a shuttle bus. It could be a coach or a bus, but a shuttle bus. which would go from the airport to the center.
From the airport to the center is usually a shuttle bus.
Mhm.
Yes. So fuel could be, for a car, you have either petrol,
Mhm.
petrol if you're from the UK or Ireland, or gas if you're American,
Mhm.
or diesel.
Exactly. These are some different types of fuel you can use.
Yeah. And the motorway is the big street,
The big road.
where you can go very fast.
Yeah. So for sightseeing, I would say monuments, maybe map. You would need a map for sightseeing.
Yeah. Maybe a guide.
Yeah, a guidebook or an actual human guide.
Exactly.
I can't think of any more.
I don't know. Let's see what the focus says. We have monument, museum, explore, take photos, buy souvenirs, food and drink, and culture.
Very nice. Excellent.
Let's ask in the comments, do you usually buy souvenirs when you're on holiday? Do you usually buy souvenirs?
And Marina also says church, which is a very good answer. Yes, especially if you are in Italy, churches are definitely monuments to visit when you are sightseeing. I usually buy a souvenir for myself. Like I will buy a small, maybe a postcard. I very often buy postcards, but I will buy something for myself. I rarely buy souvenirs for my friends and my family. What about you?
I very rarely buy souvenirs. Not even postcards, really. No, it's more about the experience for me, not what you bring back. When I was younger, yes, I used to buy little souvenirs, but nowadays they are a tourist trap. They're just very small things with a very high price, just so that you buy them.
Yeah, it's true. Let's look now at planning. What do you need to plan a holiday? Money, I would say. Absolutely, you need
an
money.
Internet connection.
An internet connection. Tickets.
Yeah.
Maybe. What more? I don't know.
There's going back to the souvenirs. There is a friend of mine who always buys little turtles.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, he buys little turtles wherever he is. Giovanni says, I usually buy typical wine or food and a magnet. Yes,
nice,
a fridge magnet.
Yeah. Yes, I usually buy mini glass with location image on. Okay. For mini glass, you mean a shot glass. Okay. A shot glass is a very small glass where usually you put in a little bit of alcoholic drink. So maybe a shot of rum or vodka. So this is a shot glass, very small one. So you collect shot glasses. You are a shot glass collector, and Giovanni is a magnet collector.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's
excellent.
Really nice. Shall we look for planning?
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got packing.
Packing, we've explained. Suitcase. Luggage is a term to describe any type of thing you use to go on holiday, whether it's a suitcase, a bag, a backpack.
Yeah,
it's your luggage. Pay attention that when we talk about luggage, so what we bring on holiday, we do not use trolley.
Yes. Okay? Let me write it.
You call it a suitcase or some luggage, but not a trolley. A trolley is used in the supermarket. And Marina says, yes, I usually buy souvenirs for my family and my friends. You use the plural. For example, magnets or shot glasses.
Very nice. Good job. Be careful of buy, Marina. This is buy like I go buy car. Buy with money.
She corrected it.
Oh, she corrected it. Oh, you did. Excuse me, Marina. I didn't see. That's very correct. I also mentioned here, luggage is uncountable. Some luggage. Suitcase is countable. 1, 2, 3 suitcases. Nice. Attention also, please, of the pronunciation of this word, suitcase.
Suitcase.
Yeah, take a minute now at home to repeat it and practice it. There's no E, suitcase.
Like fruit or Tom Cruise.
Exactly. Accommodation now, different types of accommodation. Well, we have a hotel.
Bed and breakfast.
Or if we shorten it, B&B.
B&B.
Maybe a hostel.
Hostel. Yeah.
So a hostel is similar to a hotel, but it's usually a lot cheaper. And very often you have dormitories. So there will be 4, 6, 8, maybe even 10 beds. Oh no, I made a mistake. It goes the other way. So you'll have many beds in one room in a hostel.
Camping, and then we also have couch surfing.
Oh, do you know what couch surfing is? Let me write up dormitory. There you go.
Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us.
Goodness,
it's been a lovely stream. Thank you very much to everybody who replied.
Yes, thank you very much for being here.
So thank you, Marina. Thank you, Giovanni and Giovanni. Thank you, Carlos, and
thank you also to the DOS of Milan for joining us. Have a really nice day, guys.
See you soon.
Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye.